Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm making this video because some of the videos that I've seen, a lot of the stuff they suggest for guinea pig care, I wouldn't recommend, so I'm going to do my take on how to take care of a guinea pig, and yeah. Excuse me, I am a camera shy person, so, first of all, as you're getting a guinea pig, obviously, you want to learn how to pick them up, especially at the pet store. So, again, hand on bottom, make sure both feet are on their bottom, and hold them. It looks like I'm squeezing her chest, but I'm not. I just have two fingers gently around her chest, underneath her armpits. She is not in pain at all, I can guarantee you that. So, again, guinea pigs come in many different colors. This one just happens to be black, and her fur is all crazy like. Most of the time when you're holding them, you want to put them against your chest because that's how they feel more comfortable. And you guys can't really see, but you always want to have your hand under their bottom so they don't feel like they're falling, because that would be a bad thing. They have a variety of different noises that they do, like they purr, as she just did. They squeak, they squeal, they purr, they have all sorts of noises. Now, my guinea pigs are quieter than most guinea pigs, so if you're gonna get a guinea, you probably want to be prepared to have a guinea pig that, squeaks a lot. I just get lucky to have 3 beautiful girls that don't squeak too much, so, except for to themselves, so. But they do squeal when they want food. Well, don't fall off the desk, please. Obviously for me, I don't recommend a lot of the plastic feeders because some of my guinea pigs chew on their bowls and stuff. So I have just ceramic little cat bowls. If I give them the cat, they're just ceramic little cat bowls or dog bowls. You can get them like a dollar store or, probably Walmart. So this one I got at Ross really cheap. So this is a big version. I have littler versions. Obviously, most people think that the guinea pig food that has all the different stuff in it is better for them, but honestly, that's just extra calories that your guinea pig does not need. I can guarantee you that. So I just get regular pellets. The greener the pellets, the fresher they are, and which is better for them. My guinea pigs like just plain food. They don't like any of the extra stuff. Plus, a lot of the seeds and stuff they can choke on. And if you're wanting a guinea pig, I will have to tell you this: they live to 5 to 7 years, if they're well taken care of. Again, if they're well taken care of, which you want to make sure you do a lot of research. This is just based on my experience and what research I have done for my guinea pigs, so, yeah. So, obviously, one of the other things I have found with guinea pigs is, I'm sorry, guinea pig, is their feet care. Their nails need to be trimmed. I just use toenail little clippers. I don't know, she's feisty today. The other thing is a lot of times they get feces and stuff on their feet, so I suggest bathing them. Do not use, I've had people recommend using puppy shampoo for the soap to use. You don't want to use puppy shampoo or dish soap or whatever else they could recommend. I just use the cheap dollar store baby stuff with a little bit of chamomile. It's gentle enough, it doesn't strip the oils out of their hair, and, it's a little less harmful. You can use Johnson & Johnson baby stuff. It depends on what, how much you want to pay. But that's what I use, and it seems to work really good. Make sure you rinse them off and don't get soap in their eyes, ears, or their little noses. So, the other thing I recommend having, and none of the other videos I've seen say it, but, you do want to get, it's called, dry tails. It's a little diarrhea. If I can get on camera here. my camera will not focus on it, but it's like a little diarrhea medicine that I have found that sometimes when I give them different treats or I just have one guinea pig that's constantly sick, so she gets the diarrhea on and off often, and that can kill them. So this is something, if I can get in the camera again, I would recommend you just, it comes with a little syringe, you read the directions, you give them the drops per their weight. You can also put in their water, it depends on, how fussy your guinea pigs are. Guinea pigs need a lot of vitamin C. And a lot of people recommend the yogurt drops and stuff like that. Guinea pigs cannot digest yogurt, any dairy products, or human food. I recommend getting the little drops. You can get them just about anywhere. They're just like little vitamin drop things. You can put them in their food, in their water, whichever way is easier for you. But make sure they get vitamins because that will make your guinea pig last longer. I guarantee it. I've been using, that stuff for years. And I've had a lot of guinea pigs. Obviously water is one of the other important things. I prefer water bowls like this, like big ones. This is just a cheapy one, but yeah. This one's a 32-ounce one. I use these more for like if I got like 2 or more guinea pigs. I use bigger bottles because they drink water like crazy. I guarantee you, they drink water like crazy. So. The other thing is cage sizing. Now, I'm going to move the camera. Don't freak out because the camera's all wonky. But, anyways. That's this cage that I've got at Bobcats, but you guys live in different places, so, again, cage sizing, this is good for 1 guinea pig. Not 2, not 3, 1. If most guinea pigs like to be in pairs, but this one is a bit of a bully and she likes to battle guinea pigs for food. So that's why she's all by herself. So you do want to get a hay rack or a hay ball or something to hold Timothy hay in. This is just a real cheap one that just hangs on little hooks. So it's secured down really good. And as you can tell, she loves to eat it. You always want to have a house or some kind of way that they can hide. This one, since she chews a lot, as you can tell, it used to be it's supposed to be looks like a log, but she's chewed it. But this is just Timothy and honey that's made, and it's perfect for chewing on. I also have, sorry, I'm trying to look and show here. I also have the little barbecue sticks with the little wood stuff on them. They seem to enjoy it. I always keep stuff in their cage to entertain them, like giant plastic little cat balls, which this is fine because they can't really chew through it. I haven't had issues with it. So, again, water. I always keep water. I check the water every morning, every night. Make sure they have water all the time. Always make sure they have food, but you don't want to overfeed them. You just kind of want, very little. Like, I keep very little in her bowl. Because they can get overweight, and that can cause a lot of problems. So this would be good for 1 guinea pig. Also, you probably noticed I don't use bedding because it's expensive. I use a cage liner, a towel, and then fleece for her cage because of the way her cage is designed. This is your standard guinea pig cage for beginners. So, and for the records, that's what cage liners look like. They're like $1 some at Walmart. They're really cheap. They're perfect for, at the bottom of their cages. Most people recommend using shavings and stuff, but I found with females, I get them, they get stuck in their private parts, and yeah. I find more health problems with some of the other beddings and stuff. So I just use fleece. It's cheaper, you sweep it or vacuum the doodles out every day, and then you pull the blankets and everything for you just wash it. I mean, it's just like washing clothes, except I wash it separately. Don't use fabric softener at all because it takes away the absorbency of the blankets. So this is a thin, real cheap blanket because she doesn't. I have a towel underneath. But guinea pig, do not chew on that cord, please. Now this cage, if I can get all in the camera, this is one I recommend for 2 to 3 guinea pigs at a time. Obviously, I care for 2. They're just not in there at the moment. You just saw one of them. This one, I use clothespins in order to keep the blanket up, so it's not, they're not getting underneath it and not getting unsafe. They do have a hay ball, which works better for if you got a lot more guinea pigs. Obviously, I use a plastic house in here because they don't chew on it. So, again, I use fleece. That's just real cheap fleece. If you're going to do playpens, most people do, like, really tiny playpens. And obviously, that's another one of my girls in there. She's chilling. So, again, you're going to get a playpen. Get a big one, please, because guinea pigs love to run around here. I'll put the other guinea pig in. Just give me a sec. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to toss her. So obviously, those 2 are cage mates, so they know each other. But again, they like to run, they like to play. Again, they are on fleece. That's all I put out for them. I've noticed it does better with their paws, so they're not getting infections. And because the one guinea pig she does have, I'm still healing old wounds from when I first got her. And she's doing really good, but again, cages are everything. Right size cages. Do your research, But I recommend bigger cages. The bigger cages per guinea pig work better. They get play in their cage while they're in their cage, but I recommend taking them out, playing with them, 10, 15 minutes. You could squeeze, I guarantee you could squeeze that into your schedule. So, but if you're going to get a guinea pig, do your research, please, because I've seen people just get them for their kids and not do the research, and then they don't live very long. Guinea pig will live long with the right care. Yeah. With the right care and the right nutrients. A lot of the commercial treats that people give them, I wouldn't recommend. Because it's extra calories and it's just not good for them. If you're going to give guinea pigs food, I suggest parsley or, I haven't given them yet, but I'm going to try giving them some Fuji apples. But I'm going to make sure I cut them, really small and make sure there's no seeds or the core in the apples for obvious reasons. Guinea pigs should never have any seeds or anything like that. If you're going to get them like watermelon or something, make sure it's seedless. I have not tried that on them. Carrots are okay for guinea pigs, but believe it or not, you should only give it to them once or twice a week. Because it can cause diarrhea and other stomach issues. You get any treat you give them, you should give them in very small amounts. Parsley I've seen work. I've seen, I use, what is it called? They're called clover sprouts. They're supposed to work really good. And clover naturally is a dewormer, so if your guinea pigs are going to be around other animals that may have worms, it might be best giving clover sprouts. That's one of my guinea pigs' favorite little clover sprouts. Are really cheap at Safeway. So, she's all happy. I'm sorry, but my guinea pig's running around happy. So, I'm always happy to see that. So, again, if you're going to get a playpen, I use a really tall one. This one is just one I had at the feed store for like $35. It's worth it. This one comes with a little plastic mat that comes at the bottom, but I prefer fleece because they chew through the plastic. So, but yeah, that's my little guinea pig video on how to take care of guinea pigs. If you guys have different ways or other people tell you differently, that's fine to have the knowledge, but I've spent years with guinea pigs and finding different things that work and don't work. And yeah, so I'm hoping to do a video on how to bathe them and different things like that. I think the only other thing I haven't covered, if you do get more than one guinea pig, I'd recommend getting a big playpen and a clean blanket, and putting them together in a big open area with a big playpen like this. Never ever put two guinea pigs in a cage when they first meet, because it's a territorial thing. That one guinea pig has their scent all over the cage, and we just don't want them fighting and hurting themselves. So, yeah, that's my little take. That's what I've learned over the years after having quite a few guinea pigs, I must say. I think I've had like 8 or 9 of them now, and I'm only down. These are just 3. I've had more in the past, but these are my 3 little girls. So yeah, the reason I do this is because when I first got my calico one, which the little black one's kind of following, when I got her, she was in a tote with just mold and dirt and filth, and she's got feet problems, she's got, skin problems that I have to keep her bathed. And for me, I shave her, but I've done so much research and I practice on them, so I know how to safely, shave them and all that. But I'm not getting into that video today. I'm just giving you a general tips and tidbits of what I have learned over the years and what works and what doesn't work. If you're going to use bedding, which I would not recommend, but people use bedding and that's their choice, wood shavings are okay, but they're not the greatest. I have found problems with them with my guinea pigs because mine are female. And yeah, but if you're going to use wood shavings, don't use cedar wood shavings because it can cause them to have allergy problems such as sneezing, coughing, other problems like that. And it, just generally it's just bad health, problems that I've, come up with. I would not recommend guinea pigs for the younger children, because of the fact that they get bored with guinea pigs really quick. They recommend online, 6 and older. I'd probably recommend 10 and older because they're older, they're mature, and they'll probably have more responsibility and being able to care for the guinea pigs, changing their cage every week, brushing them, and all that kind of stuff. They're just generally a little more, mature if you're going to be giving it as a pet to a child. But, guinea pigs, as much as people think now with my video that guinea pigs are a lot of work, they're really not. With the right knowledge, they're not. And they're very enjoyable. Very stress relievers for me. So, yeah, that's my little video. That's 2 of my girls. My other one's over here just eating her hay for some reason. She's loving it. Again, my guinea pigs have a different, they're rescued and they have different issues because of what has happened to them. That's why I'm making the video. So, anyways, in my camera back on my computer here. So that's my video, and I hope that my version and my information gets out there and used. This is just my interpretation of how to take care of guinea pigs. People have different methods of. It's like cooking. People have different ways of cooking the same recipe. I have different ways of taking care of my guinea pigs, but we're generally similar how to take care of guinea pigs. I've just done a lot of research and There's a lot of things that I've done. If you're gonna get a pet, before you even think about going to the pet store and buying a guinea pig, look at different options like I would probably prefer Green Hill or one of the adoption places, because oftentimes guinea pigs get abandoned at shelters and stuff because they're just, people get tired of them, kids don't want them anymore, and they get kind of tossed into the most of the time people think of shelters and they think of dogs and cats being adopted, but there are guinea pigs and different other smaller animals, that want homes too. Some of mine I get off Craigslist for free if you're looking for that route. I recommend, because some people just don't have the time for the animals anymore. And for me, I don't like going to a pet store and spending money, for a pet that I can get, Some of mine I have bought from pet stores because they have health issues that the pet owner, obviously the pet store wasn't taking care of, so, that's why, but for me, I wouldn't recommend going to a pet store and just buying a guinea pig, Yeah, they're kind of expensive at first. You gotta get the cage, the food, all the other little things that I've explained in this video, and I don't want to re-explain again. But do your research before you get a guinea pig. If it still sounds like a pet that you would like to have, do a little more research and see about your local shelters who maybe, have guinea pigs in their shelter. I wouldn't super recommend Craigslist because some of the weird stuff that goes on with Craigslist, but a lot of times there are a lot of guinea pigs that get put up in ads that would love to have a loving home. But make sure you also have the time for the guinea pigs too, to bathe them, clean their cage, and so forth. So, I hope this video is helpful for someone out there who, has probably been doing their research, but yeah, there's a lot. I'm going to pop up another video hopefully soon with all the other videos I'm hoping to do with different websites that have helpful tips, stuff where I learned from. So, yeah, hopefully this helped you guys out, and have an awesome day.